Have you ever experienced a rough ride, poor acceleration, or reduced fuel efficiency in your car? These could all be symptoms of failing spark plug. As a car owner, it's important to understand what spark plugs are and how they function in your engine, as well as the signs that they may need to be replaced. In this video, we'll be covering the 5 key symptoms of failing spark plugs, as well as providing you with all the information you need to ensure that your car is running smoothly and efficiently. So, whether you're a seasoned mechanic or a novice driver, stick around to learn everything you need to know about spark plugs and how to keep them in top condition. But first, what is a spark plug? A spark plug is a small but critical component in a car's engine. It's responsible for delivering an electric spark to the fuel mixture in the engine cylinders, which ignites the fuel and creates combustion. This combustion provides the power to move your car. A spark plug typically consists of a threaded metal shell that screws into the engine cylinder head, an insulator that protects the metal shell from the high voltage, and a center electrode that protrudes into the combustion chamber. The center electrode is made of a high melting point metal, such as platinum or iridium, which is connected to the metal shell by a ceramic insulator. Spark plugs come in different sizes and shapes, depending on the type of engine they're used in. However, they all have some basic components in common, such as the metal shell, insulator, and center electrode that we mentioned earlier. Spark plugs can be identified by their thread size, length, and heat range, which is determined by the length of the insulator nose. The heat range of a spark plug is crucial for proper engine performance, so it's important to use the right heat range for your specific engine. Most spark plugs have a visible gap between the center electrode and ground electrode, which is where the spark is created. You can check the gap size using a spark plug gap tool, which is a small tool that measures the gap between the electrodes. Some spark plugs also have a ceramic resistor built into the insulator, which helps reduce radio frequency interference, RFI, and electromagnetic interference, EMI, that can interfere with electronic equipment in the car. The main function of a spark plug is to deliver a high voltage electrical spark to the fuel and air mixture in the engine cylinders, which ignites the mixture and creates combustion. The timing and intensity of the spark are crucial for proper engine performance. If the spark occurs too early or too late, it can cause engine misfires, which can damage the engine over time. Spark plugs also help regulate the temperature in the engine cylinders. The combustion process generates a lot of heat, which can cause the engine to overheat if not regulated properly. The spark plug helps dissipate some of that heat by transferring it from the combustion chamber to the cylinder head, which has a cooling system that helps regulate the temperature. In addition, the spark plug also helps improve fuel efficiency and reduce emissions by ensuring that the fuel is burned completely and efficiently. Spark plugs are typically made from a combination of metal and ceramic materials. The metal shell of a spark plug is usually made of steel or nickel, while the center electrode and ground electrode are made of materials such as copper, platinum, or iridium. Copper is the most common material used for the center electrode and ground electrode because it is an excellent conductor of electricity and heat. However, copper erodes quickly and needs to be replaced more frequently than other materials. Platinum and iridium are more durable than copper and last longer, but they are also more expensive. They are often used in high-performance engines that require a stronger spark and higher heat resistance. The insulator, which is the part of the spark plug that separates the center electrode from the metal shell, is usually made of ceramic materials such as alumina or zirconia. Ceramic insulators are excellent at withstanding high temperatures and electrical resistance, making them ideal for spark plugs. Now that we've covered what spark plugs are and what they're made of, let's move on to the important topic of identifying when your spark plugs may need to be replaced. So what are symptoms of poor or worn out spark plugs? If your car is having trouble starting, it could be due to worn out spark plugs. Over time, the electrodes on the plugs wear down, making it more difficult to ignite the fuel mixture in the engine. If you notice that your car is shaking or vibrating while idling, it could be a sign of worn out spark plugs. This can occur when the spark plugs are not firing correctly or are not providing enough power to the engine. If your car's gas mileage is not what it used to be, it could be due to poor spark plug performance. Worn-out spark plugs can cause incomplete combustion, resulting in lower fuel efficiency. Engine misfires occur when the fuel mixture in the engine does not ignite properly. This can be caused by worn-out spark plugs, which can create inconsistent spark timing or insufficient spark intensity. If your car is hesitating or surging while driving, it could be due to worn-out spark plugs. This can cause the engine to lose power or not respond correctly when you accelerate. Now that we've discussed the symptoms of poor or worn-out spark plugs, you may be wondering what worn-out spark plugs actually look like. When spark plugs are worn out, they will typically have signs of wear and tear, such as discoloration due to heat generated by the engine, deposits on the electrodes that can interfere with its ability to produce a spark, electrode wear, or a rounded appearance, and a gap between the electrodes that is either too large or too small. If you notice any of these signs when inspecting your spark plugs, it's likely time to replace them. Now, you may be wondering how often you should replace them. Most manufacturers recommend replacing spark plugs every 30,000 to 1 million miles. Depending on the type of spark plug and driving conditions, it's important to refer to your car's owner manual for the recommended maintenance schedule. However, it's also important to pay attention to the symptoms of worn-out spark plugs that we discussed earlier. If you notice any of these symptoms, it's a good idea to inspect your spark plugs and replace them if necessary. By maintaining your spark plugs and replacing them when needed, you can help ensure optimal engine performance and avoid costly repairs down the road. There are several reputable brands that manufacture spark plugs, each with their own unique features and benefits. Some of the top brands that make spark plugs include NGK, a Japanese company that has been producing spark plugs for over 80 years. They offer a wide range of spark plugs, including copper, platinum, and iridium. Bosch, a German company that has been in business for over 130 years. They offer a range of spark plugs, including platinum and iridium. Denso, another Japanese company that has been producing spark plugs for over 60 years. They offer a range of spark plugs, including copper, platinum, and iridium. Champion, an American company that has been in business for over 100 years. They offer a range of spark plugs, including copper, platinum, and iridium. AC Delco, an American company that has been producing automotive parts for over 100 years. They offer a range of spark plugs, including copper, platinum, and iridium. When it comes to choosing the right spark plugs for your car, it's important to consider factors such as the make and model of your vehicle, as well as your driving habits. Consulting with a trusted mechanic or doing your own research can help you determine which spark plug brand is best for your needs. So, in this video, we've covered the 5 key symptoms of failing spark plugs, as well as what spark plugs are, how they function, how to install them, and the top brands on the market. By keeping an eye out for these symptoms and replacing your spark plugs regularly with a high-quality brand, you can help ensure optimal engine performance and avoid costly repairs. We hope you found this video informative and useful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative automotive videos and share this video with others who may find it helpful. Thank you for watching.